Haley Kolon, and you're watching MNO News. Today, Friday the 12th, we will be covering freedom and rights from Malala's speech at the United Nations, plus an old interview with John F. Kennedy. First, we will talk about Malala, who is now 16 years old and was born in Swat Valley, Pakistan. Now let's go to Dillon Kathain, who is interviewing Malala in New York.
Thank you, Haley. This is Dillon Kathain reporting live from the UN headquarters in New York. The Taliban, a terrorist group in Pakistan which fights to bring back Islamic law, is known to participate in school bombings and other acts of violence. Under a year ago, Malala was shot in the head by the Taliban. Miraculously, she survived and continues to be an activist for children seeking education. I have Malala here with me just hours after her United Nations speech. How did it feel to give the speech in front of all those people?
Well, I am very passionate about how important it is for every child, especially girls, to get an education. It felt good to share my ideas with the world.
You are so brave to stand up for your rights in spite of the Taliban's forceful influence against girls going to school. Where did you get your strength to persevere despite the Taliban?
My dad always empowered me to speak my mind and follow my dreams, while my mom gave me the strength, courage, and the strength to follow through.
What do you think is the most important thing for education?
Education helps you to get an identity, learn about your basic human rights, and give you the opportunity to discover your own talents and strengths that allow you to help your community.
Why do you think the terrorists are afraid of education, Malala?
Education is power for women, so they don't want women to become educated because there is power in knowledge.
Thank you, Malala, for being here today. This is Dillon Kathain from MNO News. Back to you, Haley.
Malala touched on the idea of freedom and rights of children. In 1961, President John F. Kennedy also spoke about freedom in his inaugural address. Now we go to an interview filmed in 1961 after JFK's speech by an old member of MNO News, Michaela Hoyman.
I am here in Washington, D.C. with President John F. Kennedy after his inaugural address. What are your thoughts on human rights?
We will pay any price to assure the survival and the success of our freedom. We need to help people help themselves because it is basic human right to have food, shelter, and clothing.
How do you plan to do this?
United with our world allies, there is little we cannot accomplish. Divided, there is little we are able to do. We need to join together and fight for world freedom. Secondly, I am asking our adversaries to begin working with us toward world peace before we accidentally destroy ourselves.
So what you're saying is to never be afraid to negotiate peacefully?
Yes, this is an arms race to nowhere.
As a country, we are gravely concerned with losing our basic freedoms and rights to Russia. What is your proposal for working with nuclear weapons?
There needs to be control on nuclear weapon production. We need to focus on efforts on discovery, not destruction.
Who do you believe is the true enemies against our freedom?
Tyranny, poverty, disease, and war itself. Do not forget that every person needs to bring positive energy, faith in what we can accomplish, world freedom, and never-ending devotion to get this done. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country.
Each and every person should be asking what they personally can do for the freedom of mankind. Thank you, John F. Kennedy, for participating in this interview. This is Michaela Hoyman from DMH News.
Go.
We pay the price for the freedom and rights we have. We must proceed to fight and work together to peacefully advocate for our rights. And that is it for today, Friday the 12th. Thank you for watching MNO News.
Continue.
Continue.
3, 2, 1, action!
I am here in Washington, D.C. with President John F. Kennedy after his inaugural...
Pakistan, which fights to bring back...
Heck.
That's actually good. That's actually
No, it's not. It's not. Don't encourage him.
If I had a ladder and I can do like over...